Welcome to an Exile. Trump announces a radical embrace of mail-in ballot harvesting. Make sure you subscribe if you want only the best news and the best strategy, because we predicted he would do this last year. This is going to work. Let me get to it. Here's the headline from the Wall Street Journal. Donald Trump changes tune on mail-in voting ballot collection after years of attacks on early voting. Trump follows other Republicans in suggesting the party should embrace the tactic. There's actually great data on this, that this will work for Republicans and has worked for Republicans. We'll get to that at the end. After years of assailing early voting, Donald Trump is having a change of heart. The 2024 presidential candidate remains critical of various forms of early voting, advisors say, but his campaign is nonetheless mounting an effort to pursue such votes after Democrats excelled at doing so in recent elections. His team is studying state laws governing absentee ballots. Breaking: Trump announces massive ballot harvesting plan. In the wake of the Democrat Party's performance in 2020 presidential and 2022 midterm elections, former President Donald Trump's campaign is exploring ways to win over the mail-in vote. By the way, I've seen Kari Lake lean into mail-in voting also. And this represents yet another divide in the Republican Party. And I'm trying to convince my audience, who are very much against this, to get on board, because we want to win. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump's staff is reviewing state laws on absentee and mail-in voting, as well as ballot harvesting, as a result of comments made by some GOP 2024 presidential hopefuls, such as Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley. Trump, who is notoriously critical of mail-in votes after the 2020 election, is changing his tune. This is quoting Trump. Our path forward is to master the Democrats' own game of harvesting ballots in every state we can. But that also means we need to start laying the foundation for victory right now. The Democrats are way ahead of Republicans as far as building the infrastructure of volunteers that go out and voluntarily go and collect ballots and register voters. The Republicans are playing catch up, but there's enough time for us to get there. And this is where all of our donor money needs to go: building infrastructure. Remember, Democrats are famous for the get out the vote, and Republicans are famous for not having a get out the vote. They have an advantage under that system. For the time, though, we have to live within the system that stinks, so we have to fight it like they do. Until Republicans start winning elections, they will not be able to influence cleaning up the ballot box. And everyone who's for cleaning up the ballot box are for mail-in ballots, because you have to win by putting electors in office to change the laws. You can't do it by lawsuits and by protests. It doesn't work, and it's not how the system works. Other Republicans have noted that GOP simply needs to use whatever means necessary to win over voters. The Republican National Committee was looking into the issue following the midterms last November, since more than 60% of Democrats voted by mail in 2020, compared to 30% of Republicans. We will double our votes. By the way, if we had mail-in ballots and we embrace them, not only would Trump have probably won in 2020, but we probably would have taken Georgia. In this last election, Kari Lake easily would have won. Abe Hamada easily would have won. Blake Masters easily would have won. It would have been easy. Oz would have won. So do you want to be right, or do you want to win? New program aims to help Republicans harvest ballots legally in California. This was from last year, where these Republicans in California tried it out, and they all won. See, the Democrats have been accessing this incredible tool, and Republicans voluntarily have not. And then we lose. When we embrace the tool in California, Republicans won. Carly DeMaio, chairman of Reform California, says while he strongly opposes ballot harvesting, as long as it is legal and being used by Democrats, then Republicans should do it too, or risk not winning elections. I want to ban ballot harvesting eventually, but until that time, conservatives need to be smart, and we need to use the same strategies Democrats are using and do them better in order to win the state, said DeMaio. Whether we like it or not, ballot harvesting is legal, so let's make it our advantage, he continued. This is the way forward. I know this is probably unpopular. I hope you'll still give us a thumbs up just for keeping an open mind. but this will secure Trump's victory. And yes, even Trump knows it. I'm Doug in Exile.